G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to the Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author, David Applegate, author of the books The Boyhood of Cade, Power Games, Into the Elves Bound, and Erotic Tales from the Empire. More to come. Now, before I begin, I'd like to apologize. I'm having audio issues, so I'm just going to do a quick test and see if the audio is coming through at my end, and tests work at my end. I don't know why it's not streaming my audio. So I'm just going to check if it was just YouTube or if it was just Rumble. I'm checking YouTube now. Something was definitely wrong, and I didn't have audio, and really did. Okay, it's coming from Rumble and YouTube again. It's annoying when that happens, but there's nothing I can do about it. Just have to end the stream, report the bug, and move on. It's annoying, I know, and I apologize. I have to redo all my links, which is really super annoying. Plus that. So bear with me a moment. I've got to reshare all the links. And it's super annoying to do that. But it's just the only thing I could do. It's just me, one man operation, fighting the system. It is crushing the little guy because they just don't like. They want everything corporatized, and what isn't corporate gets corporatized. As you see with role playing game, how corporate it's become. It's with corporates, you just get cynical cash grab product. Bear with me for a moment. It won't take much longer. It's just the speed at which Facebook posts. Otherwise, I could just go bang, bang, bang and be done. But sharing posts, everything is limited. Doesn't allow you to do multi groups. I'm not on my phone. Far out. You click delete, you click post, you click. Gotta delete the old post, of course, because it has the wrong link in it. So it just won't be a little bit longer. Of course, I'm getting spammed. Yeah, it's the bottom curse, isn't it? Spam all the time. All right. Take care of the rest later. Kept you waiting long enough. I'll just have to do the rest later. All right. I apologize, and hopefully, pardon me, there's no further audio issues. All right. And screen sharing. We have From May 2022, 3X Dungeon Crawl Classics 50 Dungeons. Mega bundle from Goodman Games. For the low price of $19.95, you get a couple of dozen dungeon crawls and the low-level collection, and level up and you get a couple of dozen more, nearly 5 dozen in total in the high-level collection. Beat the threshold price of $42.10, and you get the complete set with, In the low-level collection, you have The Adventure Begins and Continues, Dungeon Crawl Classic number 29 and 48. Total of 510 pages. 10 Dungeon Crawl intro modules, 427 pages in total, and the retail price, $68. Just one pack. You get the entire digital set. Now, I know a lot of people prefer paper. That's okay. I think you can still get them on drive-through. But here, Bundle of Holding has all the digitals, DRM3, 13 Dungeon Crawl modules for levels 3 to 6, 756 pages, $104 retail, and 4 Dungeon Crawl play aids, 270 pages, retail price $42. Now level up and get the high level collection. Beat the threshold price and you get the bonus titles. Castle Whitlock, a 15-level dungeon that takes months to explore. Next up, we have the Gazette of the Nine Realms. Various designers have put together 334 pages at a retail price of $30. Saga of the Dragon Cult, 6 dungeon crawl scenarios, 210 pages, $43. Chronicles of the Fiend, 110 pages, retail price of $22. And Dungeon Crawl modules 7 to 9, 4 levels 7 to 9, 8 in total, 400 pages, and 11 more modules, 10 plus, 634 pages, and retail price of $96. So you save a literal fortune with 50 dungeons, and you get years of role-playing out of this. Now, highly recommended Japanese-style RPG, Fabula Ultima from Need Games. One price, $14.95, gets you the entire collection. You have the Fabula Ultima tabletop Japanese role-playing game. This is your world, your story, anime/manga inspired. And, of course, in the JRPG video games such as Bravery Default, Chrono Tiger, Dragon Quest, Blueberry Fantasy, Level of Dragoon, Ni no Kuni, Octopath Traveler, The Legend of Heroes, and the Tales series. And, of course, the ultimate of them all, the Final Fantasy series. Tell fantastic stories in fantastical settings. We have 2 Ultimate Atlases for Techno Fantasy and High Fantasy, 418 pages, retail price $13. And the GM Toolkit, 41 pages, retail price $10. This is your story, your bundle. Next up, we have a little quickie here. 6 days left from Warhorse and Roaring 20s, Roaring 20s tabletop fantasy role-playing game, Flabbergasted. Now, the complete rulebook in PDF format, one price, $7.95. Gets you the rulebook, Flabbergasted, Mischief in the Roaring 20s. Narrative first, role-playing games, focus on the lighthearted drama and highly comic situations. This is about having the strongest and best character, or perfectly executed plan, or even saying the right thing at the right time. It's imperfect characters in imperfect situations. You have various archetypes. Start in low status and work your way up the social ladder. Carry on. Next, we have Solo Rules, a new package out from, well, new to Bundle Holding, I believe. Solitaire tabletop expansion for parts per million. Solo supplements for 14 top games, cut-ups, and more. You have the Starters Collection, $70.95, gets your basic collection. Level up and get the bonus collection. To level up, you need to beat the threshold price of $21.06. Nice little bundle, neatly packaged and nicely priced. Starter collection, pay the minimal and get the initial player's guide to solo role-playing for the Seraphis engine. Solo titles, 3 easy solo titles to get you going. 3 parts per million solo total rules for various games. And 11 parts per million solo rules sets. 14 cut-up solo rules book. 14,000 text snippets to inspire fantasy, horror, space opera, western, and mystery solo games. Now, I haven't got this, so I can't delve too much into this, but I can tell you that these two are fantastic packages. I haven't seen these ones yet. Now, from January 2015, historical and highlights of the tabletop hobby. So this is Designers, Dungeons, and More. This is hundreds of books and stuff about Dungeons and Dragons, Designers and Dragons of the 70s, Family Gamers, and more. Best of Gen Con. This is the history of tabletop. Excuse me a moment. Something just bit me and he just won't die. I think I got him. All right. Pay the minimum price. Pay the minimum price and you get the starter pack, $7.95. Level up, beat the threshold price of... Wait, where's the threshold price? $18.86, I believe it says. Gosh, I'll fog it up. The weather's changed. Very humid at the moment here. And it is night, but still hot. Starter collection, pay the minimum price, and get Designs of Dragons, the 7th. Old school revivals taught us that history is important to gamers, and this is the deep lore of the 40-year-old hobby. This is the 4-volume, decade-by-decade series from Evil Hat, author, game, and historians Shannon Applegate uncovers forgotten facts in history and lore of RPG design and origins. Family games. You have the rules. You have the legendary creators of various games over the years. See, Dungeons and Dragons didn't start out as big as it was. And even Gen Con, I think conventions is what really pulled things off, because it started with just Gygax at his house and copies going out to hobby stores. Eventually, gaming gurus and businessmen and everybody got involved and basically grew it. And the hobby became a business. But for many, it's still a hobby. And hobby games are still highly popular. And you have Diceless role-playing, and many. These guys didn't just create Dungeons & Dragons. They created a lot of games. And unfortunately, a lot of it is lost history with GURPS, West Ends, Palladium, Cyberpunk. Many are still going, not as strong as they used to be, and in some cases, much stronger than they used to be. With World of Darkness, Wizards, Warhammer 40k, Pathfinder, the D20 system, and of course the Indies. without indie developers, this wouldn't be a successful hobby for these corporations, because most of them only sell a few rule books. They may have huge online stores, but most of their material, most of the hobby stores these days only carry a few rule books. And a lot of people say a lot of the extraneous material just doesn't sell. It's hobbyists and Kickstarters, even stuff like the D&D comic book, or the comic series. There's more attention now in the nearly forgotten Advanced Dungeons and Dragons animation than there was when it came out, and a lot of people are disappointed to find out it was cut off at the end. And when they find out the ending, they can sort of understand what was cut off. It fell flat at the end. Now, Crafted Stone Enemies. This is a monsters for old school RPGs from Crafted Stone Games. Essential Enemies and Dungeon Robbers. Entire collection, $17.95. Get you this. 8 volumes, not 8 enemies, 8 volumes of Things from the Beyond, The Outer Darkness, The Haunted Forest, Between Two Worlds, Creators of Chaos, In the Darkening Woods, Beyond Death, and From Underground. Retail price $80, 342 pages, bargain. And of course, you get really as a bonus for free The Dungeon Robbers from Outer Space, a complete game of alien astronauts searching fantasy worlds for magic items. 48 pages, $15. There's a lot more replayability in tabletop gaming than there is a lot of video games. I wish more people understood this and got into the hobby rather than and reading. There's more replayability in reading than there is in movies. Now, speaking of, I have the Erotic Tales from the Empire, my 4th book, part 1. Yeah, it was like this when I originally started, so I had to break it up. Now, this is a Kickstarter launching soon, and I really hope that some of you will follow me. Anyhow, next we dart over to Drive-Thru RPG. Currently, best-selling is BattleTech. A lot of people are abandoning Warhammer. They are pissed with the direction the lore is taking. You can build on the lore, but you can't replace the lore, and they haven't learnt that lesson. BattleTech, of course, has gone through up and downs over the years. They've taken over pretty much Catalyst has taken over a lot of IPs or merged IPs, and they have done pretty well for themselves with BattleTech. And ilKhan's Eyes Only is a BattleTech sourcebook detailing the events on Terra around the former Fortress Republic and the Corwoods regions of the Capellian Confederation from 3151 to mid-3152. Full historical summaries, personalities, key players, unit profiles, everything you need to know to run a campaign with a map for BattleTech. Solar Winds, a 2d6 or XD6 module. Starships riding the lightning across the sky. Heroes and villains exchanging lasers fire. A desperate struggle against alien monstrosities in the vast vista. Alien monstrosities, vast alien vistas, flying cities, cratered moonscapes, crazed robots, and close encounters with aliens, hair-raising science fiction inventors engaging your sense of wonder. This is the best the highest selling product under $5 this week over at Drive-Through RPG. Links in the description below, of course. This is a edible document, so you can Creative Commons attribute license. SolarWinds is a spiritual successor to the Cepheus quantum rules, but still contains a lot of variation. This is from Stellagame's Man. That's what I mean about indies. They keep the product alive. They keep the hobby alive. Long after the corporates have robbed and pillaged, and that's the problem, isn't it? We corporations can do good, but they can do a lot of harm. I guess it's up to the individual to decide. But I hope more would support. I had hoped more would support my own efforts to create a homebrew science fiction fantasy setting for D6. Totally based. Most of these, of course, based on and for the What is Old is New system from Ian Publishing. Well, we have 3 tiers. Please and thank you. Hope you check it out today. And please join. Free members do get an enticement of a free map. And there are maps at every tier. You level up to 9 and get all 4 with grids. But you can get maps at Squire as well. So please and thank you. Sorry about the audio issues and having to start over. And I'll see you all in the next video. Whoops. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Give us a like and a share. If you haven't already, please subscribe and please support the channel. Of course, shout out to the Men's Room and Anime Night 1992, channels I regularly appear on. And, of course, can you please support me? You can support me at Ko-Fi, Patreon, buy my books and buy my merch. Of course, I have my Kickstarter. Please and thank you. My links are in the link tree in the description below, or use the QR code on the screen. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.